Hey, what's up, y'all? I think I've only been live in the homeless shelter. I think this is maybe my second time, or maybe my third time. I just wanted to say hello and let you all know how grateful I am for having a place to live. I've been homeless since November 1st, and so I've been homeless for 4 or 5 months now. And I was in the Horseshoe, and now I'm with all the veterans. And my roommate, he's had 2 heart attacks. Not my roommate, like my bathroom mate per se. He's had 2 heart attacks, and he actually works at the VA as a janitor. And then there's 8 other guys that live beyond that door right there. And so it's very difficult to do the social distancing when you share the same kitchen, you share the same, TVs and stuff. And so I only share the bathroom with my roommate, but he works at the VA and the hospital. So, but I'm very, very thankful, if you have your own home, that's like really, really cool. If you have your own apartment, that's really, really cool. It's much easier to social distance. But I was just looking around, I'm watching this comedy thing right now on YouTube. I think that's Bob Saget and Howie Mandel. They're doing a fundraiser for all the comics. Because if you think about it, if you're a comedian, you need an audience. And so this world is so forever changed now. Sports entertainment, people are telecommuting, doing live videos, live IGs. And so, who knows when, you're not gonna have to stand 6 feet away from someone or, shake people's hands. I don't even think we're gonna shake each other's hands anymore. Like when you're in Asia and a lot of the countries, they just kind of give like a hayya, like a little bow. But I read somewhere that the flu could be reduced by 50% if, traditional Americans would stop shaking each other's hands. And so this world is forever, ever changing. And I haven't really been able to catch up with you all a lot, especially here because I only have this itty bitty room. But it's an itty bitty room, but it's in a homeless shelter, and I'm not in the Horseshoe where there's like, 40, 50, 60 guys. And in some situations, you've got like 30 guys in like a elongated open bay where you're sleeping like 2.5 feet from another person. I know in Tampa Bay, they just spent $150,000 for this month to have individual tents for, I believe, over 100 homeless people. And so I'm just, doing my thing. And I'm just so thankful for everything that I have. Everything I have is in this little room. I've built a house before. I've had many, many houses. I've moved so much. I've had, an excess amount of money. I've had the cars. I've had the women. I've had the clothes. I've had the suits. I've had the toys. And now during this pandemic, and it's 2020 in the future, and I'm just looking around at the basic stuff that I have, and it's way more than what I even need, It's so like, look, I'll just show you, look, I have this rad little Ninja, and I got this because I just got a van. I spent $2,500 on a van. I've spent $45,000 on one individual car. I got a van for $2,500, and I'm gonna put solar panels on it. I'm gonna just make it really, really cool so I can do podcasts and go meet a lot of my rock and rat stars. And this right here, it's a grill and air crisp, and I can have solar panels on my van, and I can do so many cool things with this. So I have this cool toy. I've got my backpack where I keep like pretty much all my cool stuff in, and this is I haven't been doing YouTube videos in a long time, but this is City Pack. They're a company out of Chicago, and they gifted this to all the homeless people when I first arrived. And then I got 2 other ones that I put on the back of my bike. But this is like where I keep, when I go to the galley, when the kitchen used to be open, and they'd get food from Whole Foods and stuff, I would put it here, and it has this rain gear here, and it has this other pocket here. And I keep just a lot of cool little stuff in here. Keep some video equipment here. I usually keep my chargers there. I usually keep Iggy. Iggy's right here, but I usually keep Iggy right in here, this little pocket right there. Boom. So I'm happy for my backpack. Of course, I'm always happy for Iggy. And I knew, I've been paying attention to the the virus, I think, for like 79 days now. And I knew something dramatic was going to happen. And so I've been stocking up at the kitchen for like, just like, you know, stuff that I can have, like canned foods here. You know, this Tostitos stuff. A lot of it's not the most healthiest, but, you know, I can use it for, you know, stuff that it's non-perishable. So I have a bunch of stuff in there. So I'm super thankful for that. And I got that from the homeless shelter. Every day I'd grab my backpack and take stuff. So I got some steel cut oats, which is awesome. This young jackfruit, that's amazing. If you want to stop eating chicken, this is an amazing substitute. So I got a lot of goodies here. And I've been eating a lot of this stuff because I'm not going to the kitchen. I'm trying to do my best with social distancing. And again, you know, it's difficult when you're living in a homeless shelter. But this, I mean, if you look at this room is for vets only, and there's only 2 rooms where you don't have a roommate, but you still have to share a bathroom. So this bed was already here. You know, I purchased that because now I have a VA pension for the rest of my life. So I'm not purchasing anything that I won't be able to use in my van. So that is a tool that I'm going to use. But the room's pretty big. So this is my door. I got this cool little thing. So I have my towel, and I have my toiletries and some hoodies and stuff. And then I use this as a trash can because I don't use the other trash can. Just because I'm just trying my best, you know, because this virus can live for 3 days on surfaces. It can stay airborne for 3 days. This is a really cool foldable chair that I got. I have a couple of my goodies here. I got an extra phone there for all the cool little videos and stuff I do. I got 2 battery packs there. Got my iPods, my reading glasses that I was gifted prescriptions from the homeless shelter. My remote, these rad little things. If you like to floss your teeth, you all gotta get these. These are such a game changer here. But this chair is so cool. It's made by Uline, and one of the Rock and Rad stars reached out to me, and he gifted me that. And it folds up. I can put that on my van, so when I ninja flip to the beach or pull an awning out of my van, I can pull it out. And I put all those look like sneeze rags, but those are just regular stuff that I need to wash a spoon off or whatever, so I just keep that there. I have this. I try to drink one of these before I eat anything in the morning, and I put a full lemon in here with water, room temp, and I can also put this on my bike. So I try to drink 2 of these every single day. So I'm thankful for all of this stuff. I'm thankful for my laptop. You know, I had 4 different setups, y'all, for my computers because I was a web design social media marketing consultant, and I had 3 monitors and 4 different computers, and it was all Windows. And so 3 years ago I learned how to use Mac, and so I basically, you know, condensed 3 monitors in this big PC into, you know, one little computer here. So I have a MacBook Air. I'm very, very thankful for that. So I store that on my Ninja. I was leaving this out in the kitchen until about a month ago. So now I keep it in here. Love this Ninja. I actually bought another one and gifted it to the guys so they can use it. I've got them on the Optimal Reset 14-day meal plan, so they make smoothies and juices. So I'm very thankful that I have a blender. You know, I have my juicer front and center. And then I have this really cool kettle, which is awesome. So if I want to make teas or heat up some oatmeal, this is a really, really cool, I think it's a Chefman. This thing is so next level. It heats up water in like 2 minutes. So you can make teas, you can make steel cut oats, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. So again, that can go in the van. That can go in the van. That can go in the van. And then the homeless shelter actually gifted me this Instapot for Christmas, which is super cool. So I've been doing a lot of cool things with this. I've been hard boiling eggs. I've been sauteing eggs. I haven't done anything like real bulky yet, but this for the van life is going to be like my go-to. So I've just been playing around with that. I have this TV that I find that I really don't use all that much. You know, I'll probably gift it to someone. You know, hopefully I can get a house here soon or move across the street and really have my own place. If that's the case, I'll keep that. If I ninja flip just into my van full time, I probably won't need that. I'll gift that to someone else. I have my awesome mat that I use every single day. So this is just a reminder of just cool stuff that I can do when you're sitting around. You know, if I'm making videos, you know, I can see my workout. You know, you don't have to do 2 sets. You can just do 1 set, 1 set, 1 set, 1 set. And then I pair that up with my ball here. And when you're just laying around, you can just have this ball. I've got my basketball there. I'm trying to play basketball every single morning. This right here, I kind of created for, because I'm not using any of the facilities, just because I'm trying to really, you know, separate myself. So I keep all my bags in here, and then I tie them around my door for my trash can there. See, so I just put like all my stuff in there. Here I try to use these are just shirts that I'll wear. I'm trying to wear my clothes. I'm not really washing my clothes like maybe every 2 weeks, except for my gym shorts and my chonies. I keep my everyday shorts. Anytime I'm riding my bike or going anywhere, I always wear these because this has all my gear in my pockets. It has everything ready to go. So these are anytime I go anywhere on my bike, I always wear those. Let's see. And then that's all my cool skit stuff. I haven't really got to play with all my stuff. Again, I have some items over at Lana's house that I still have to get, but this is gonna be a lot of fun. I got some of my chonies there, my hat, some scarves. I have, I'll show you this. This is actually gonna come in really handy. You know, when I was in North Dakota, I'd go live and make recipes all day, every day. And I started collecting these headbands because I was very self-conscious about my receding hairline, and that's one of the reasons why I just gave myself a rad mohawk. So I have all of these headbands that now I could make face masks. The CDC just released that if you go outside, you should probably be wearing face masks. So my daughter helped me pick out a couple of these 3 years ago, but now, I mean, look at this cool face mask I could make out of these. I'm not really sure how to do it. I've seen some internet things, but, you know, maybe I'll pick my favorite 2, and then I'll rock those around, and then maybe I'll make the other ones, and I'll gift them to all the other homeless humans here. That one's really cool. I love that color. But I mean, look at all these ones. I just collected, and I never knew how important they'd be. I think that the concept really is, ooh, look at that pineapple, y'all. Isn't that cool? The concept really is you really want to act like you have COVID-19. You want to act like you're a carrier. You know, then you'll social distance yourself. Your hygiene will be better. So I think the thinking is that if you act like you have it and you have a mask on it and you're coughing or sneezing, it's going to, you know, keep that COVID-19, that coronavirus, you know, inside the mask. This is really cool. I like that. And then I've got some of these special ones. These are like more like elastic, so I have that color. So now these are all going to be face masks that I can gift out. You know, anytime I'm on my bike, you know, the homeless shelter gives me bus passes, which I don't use, and then I just hand those out to, you know, people that I see at the bus that need it. And so these, I can do the same thing. And I think you just fold them, you ninja flip them into a certain fold, and then you put just 2 rubber bands, one rubber band on each side. Ooh, I love that color. And they turn them into face masks. So that will be one of my projects tonight that I'll do. But I'm so grateful for just to have one of these. I'm grateful to have my laptop so I can, you know, play in the group and, you know, moderate the group. Just to have one blender. I'm beyond thankful. You know, I mean, look, I have 2, you know, I used to have 40, 50 pairs of shoes, y'all. Now I have these K-Swiss that they stink really, really bad. And then I have these are my go-tos. These are my running shoes and my hoop shoes and my biking shoes. So I'm beyond thankful that I have a pair of shoes. I'm beyond thankful that I have this pair of shoes, my Instapot. I have an old laptop here that I'm gonna gift to somebody before I leave. I have toilet paper. I mean, come on. You know, the definition of homeless is different for everyone. Look, I have bananas that I'm hanging, y'all. You know, and then I got a freezer full of bananas. I've got a freezer full of stuff, you know, out in the kitchen. I have golden honeydews, y'all. Do you know how much I love golden honeydews? You can make like honeydew milk, put a little bit of coconut oil in there, some water. A lot of the times I like to put some hemp seeds, and I'll put some of this XCT oil in there. It'll make me 2 drinks. So, I mean, I'm just thankful. I mean, I got a watermelon. You all know how much I like watermelons, right? Got some lemons, got some probiotics. I got some vinegar things for drinks. These are all things, most of these things I got. You know, when I was paying attention to China, I knew something was going to happen. And these are things that I used to get at the kitchen, you know, and just stock up. You know, I have, you know, a lemon press. You know, I've got a couple straws here that I use for my smoothies and juices. I got a little ninja knife. I got a little apple dicer slicer. I got some paper towels. You know, I mean, I'm thankful I got some, you know, not Lysol, but some generic Lysol. I got some plastic foods and sporks because I don't use the kitchen anymore. You know, so I just try to use that. I have a charger here. I've got this little Ultima 5 that I'm going to give to somebody that the VA gave to me for my sciatic nerve. I have, you know, some basics here. I got some salsa, some little bit of spices. You know, I mean, I have so much in my life, and I feel like, you know, I have way more than what I need. You know, I don't have a massive house. You know, I don't have any nannies. I don't have any children I have to take, you know, care of. You know, I talk to my daughter on Snapchat, but I'm just looking around. I'm like, I have 4 walls. You know, I have my little chair. You know, I have my little yoga mat. I have these rad glasses that were gifted to me. This hat I bought 3 years ago, and I wear it all the time. Like, look, it's dirty. I don't even care what I look like. Do you know how empowering that is? You don't care what you look like because you feel pretty good, and maybe you might be having a bad day, but you know that you're in the best space here, and you're in the best space here in your heart, that it really doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't really matter, like maybe people are gossiping about you or people are talking negative about you. It doesn't matter. You know, as long as you're grateful for the things that you have. And I am grateful for the things that I have. A lot of people have a lot more stuff than I do. I could ninja flip all around this world and have 10% of what I just showed you, and I could probably even be happier. You know? And so I would suggest maybe look around where you're at. You know, I've been on the streets, y'all. You know, I mean, I've had it rough, but I've never been as happy as I am now. And I'm learning a lot, and I'm very thankful for the lessons that I've learned. I'm very thankful for the thousands of times that I've failed. And so now, you know, I believe things are going to get better, but, you know, the world is changing. The concepts are changing. Everything is changing, and so we have to be able to adapt. You know, it's funny because some things went through my head today, and I'm like, you know, should I start my hustle back on? You know, there's so many different niches that I can go play in and go make a couple $100,000, but what does that do? What does that do for me? Does it get me out of a homeless shelter? You know, I'm an addict in so many different ways. I'm such an addict in so many different ways, and I truly now am addicted to being a better man, a better human being, a more grateful human being. You know, and I'm grateful of, you know, becoming the best version and harvest that self-love, those things I always talk about. So when I start thinking about, like, I see all these new niches coming, I see all these new little things where I can hustle and, you know, and make that money. And I'm like, and I just ninja flip. I'm like, you're so silly. Why would you even want to do that? Because I just feel like it would ninja trip me. And I think it would bring me backwards if I took, like, to me, that's like an easy out. I know, right? Like, and if I had privacy where I could talk louder and do daily videos, you guys would know more about, like, what it is that goes on through my day and in my life. And I just try to be present for the group. But I don't want to succeed what society think is success. I don't, that's not success to me. I've already had 3 different careers and I was not happy. And so the basic things that I just showed you as being homeless, do you know how many people want to be here right now? There's over 10 million unemployment now. There's over 10 million people that filed for unemployment in the world, or in the United States in the last week and a half. And it's going to be way worse. It's going to be way worse, y'all. I really think there's going to be a revolt. There's just, but I am optimistic. But I think I'm like, okay, well, I can go do this and I can go do this and it will fix my situation. But I think the situation that I'm in is true. I think it's pure. And it's making me adapt and it's making me look within. So there is no, there are easy outs that I can go manipulate and I can go lie and I can go play those games that we all have to go play. But I haven't played those games in 3 years. Why? Because I don't care about money anymore. So now I just get to play and I have the basic little needs, but what I say is true. My intentions are pure. My heart is pure. I'm working on so many different things inside and out. And it's like, so that would mean like giving up. I feel like if I would go hustle and manipulate and go do this and go do that and go play, there's a reason why we all feel like we're in a rat race. There's a reason why, they're not helping out the poor right now, that they're just helping out small businesses. It's all about taxes. They want everybody to pay taxes. Sports entertainment, massive taxes. Cruise line industry, massive taxes. The gambling industry, massive taxes. They're all connected. It's taxes, taxes, taxes. And when you do something for money, if you go like this, if you go like this, if you go like that, whatever you do and somebody pays you, you're not free. And especially when you're doing something for someone and they have to pay taxes, well, then that person is owned too. So there is no personal sovereignty. And I know that sounds crazy, crazy, crazy. And I know I don't even say it properly, but I just wanted to do this video because I'm so thankful, I'm just so thankful where I'm at right now. I'm to a point, and I've said this many times, it's like, sometimes when I talk to my old school homies or, whatever, I get ridiculed or, I think about some of my ex-girlfriends or my ex-wives or anything. I don't have anything negative to say to anybody or about anybody. And a lot of times people ask me like, dude, Tom, have you lost your mind? Like, what are you doing, man? This mumbo jumbo shit that you're talking about. Like, when are you going to snap out of this? When are you going to catch up with the Smiths? When are you going to do this? I'm like, it's fun because I'm doing this video, but it's so empowering when you feel like you don't have to explain yourself why you're doing things. So whatever it is that you share with someone, whatever it is that you do for someone, whatever it is that you gift someone, whatever it is of you be of service to someone, if there's no expectation of especially money in return or anything in return, it makes life so much easier. And this system that we're all playing in doesn't like that. It doesn't like what I just explained. And because we're all in a rat race, we're all stressed out. We all have to pay money. We have to do this. We have to do this. We have to do this. Insurances, all of this stuff. We don't get a chance to really find out who we really are, what we really like, what it is that we really want to do. Maybe heal from some past trauma, maybe heal from current trauma. There's no time to really take a breath and to look around and to feel it, to heal and be like, why am I with this person? Why am I in this location? Why am I doing what it is that I'm doing? So you can question your reality. You can question your personal sovereignty. And for me, I'm so grateful for everything. Where I'm at, who I am, who's around me, even for the bad choices that I've made. I am so grateful right now. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful right now. So I just wanted to share that with you all. I love connecting with you all, and there's going to be a time where I'm going to get to connect with you every single day, maybe twice a day like I used to on my old account. I'm trying to, build the group and season the group. It's a little bit difficult when my Facebook accounts keep getting terminated, but there's censorship everywhere. So I think I'll just leave it at that. I'm going to say hello to everyone. Let's see. Hello, Jeanette. Hi, Casey. Hello, Brooke. Hi, Krista. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Brian. And you know what's super rad is, dude, I had like 20,000 followers on Facebook. I think all my videos had over 80 million views. That's a lot of views, right? And even on this account, you know, because a lot of times people change their profile photo. So a lot of the times I just look at the profile photo. That's why I used to change my profile photo a lot. But when you change your profile photo and somebody doesn't really have like a really good connection with you, you haven't like exchanged, you know, messages or liked or commented, you kind of forget that person. So it makes me feel so good that a lot of these people that I still see were from like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. And believe it or not, I wouldn't be at where I'm at right now. And that sounds weird, right? I'm in a homeless shelter, right? I wouldn't be at here right now, if it wasn't for all of you. Because all of you, the majority of you, 98% of you you're like my digital moms, my digital aunts, my digital nanas, my digital best friends. Because all of you have supported me through all of my flavors, all of my comedy, all of my slip ups. All of you have like helped me out tremendously just by being there. And so I always see that your profile photo. So when I ninja flip through, I see it like Linda Wilson. I think we've been connected for 3 years. You know, and a lot of you send me some wild and crazy messages. Like, I don't even want to go into that. There's been so much. I don't even want to go. I'm just gonna stop there. Hello, Noah. Hello, Danny. Hello, Jenny. Jenny, we've been connected for a very long time. I love you. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Maria. Maria says, after all of this is over, I know I will not be the same, and I think everyone will be super grateful about everything and have anxiety over sharing items, shaking hands, and the close contact. I agree. I want to say so much to all of you. I wish there's so much that I wish I can connect with you all, but just on with that comment, yeah, personal distance, being in crowds, standing in lines, you know, actually going to grocery stores. You know, this digital wave that we're in right now, you all are going to see it at the forefront of really technology taking over. They just tried to sneak something into Congress now that we're going to have an American dollar digital currency, where Bitcoin has already been there. There's so many other technologies out there that I think society is going to be forced. And I think there's going to be a revolt. Out of the 5 president candidates, all of them are over 70. Do you think that represents humanity of the US or the world? You can't hide a lot of, I don't want to go there. I want to talk about so much, but I agree. You know, shaking hands is probably going to go bye-bye. You know, and shaking hands, hugging is like an intimate thing, right? And who's to say that COVID-20 is going to mutate? COVID-22, you know, now that, you know, human beings can see what a hidden virus can do to a society, who's to say now they're not going to use it as bioweapons? And so physical distancing, you know, these dating apps. I mean, I would be scared to be on Tinder or Bumblebee right now and going on those tears that I used to. I mean, I used to go on like 3 or 4 dates a day, you know, I mean, and then have sex with it. I couldn't even imagine having sex with a complete stranger right now during, you know, coronavirus. So I think the intimacy of touch in human space is definitely going to change. And I think it's going to be some change for the good and some change definitely for the bad, because we all want connection. We all want connection, and a lot of people are being short right now. I'll even find myself being short when somebody says hello. I say hello, but when you're homeless and you're dealing with a lot of homeless vets that are a little bit older and set in their ways, which I am, you know, I'm 41 years young. A lot of them are still drinking. A lot of them are still doing pills. A lot of them are still doing drugs. They're not the cleanliest people, and so they're outside and they don't really get a lot of this stuff because they're normally watching the Fox News, the CNN, all of that stuff. So who knows what they believe in? And so it's like I have to create. I'm always kind, but I catch myself being short. So I think a good reminder that, yeah, we have to, you know, keep our social distancing, but we should always still be kind and maybe take, a minute for every person that you deal with every single day for 1 minute. Maybe not when you first see them, or maybe not when they say hello, maybe when you're ready, when you're in a good space to say, hey, Walter, how you doing today? Normal than the canned answers. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, bro, hanging in there? Okay, good. But really, like, when you're ready to be like, hey, Anthony, what's going on, man? How you doing? You hanging in there? And then do that, because, I think it can be unhealthy if we social distance each other too much. I think, the workspace is definitely being disrupted now. I think, a lot of people that are bosses and big corporations, they're going to see all these parking lots, all these buildings are really not a necessity. So I think a lot of the work per se is going to be done telecommuting, like through Zoom and through Microsoft Skype and stuff like that. So very, very interesting. The Asians, they actually bow. I think that's pretty rad. Maybe do bow and do like a love spin boom and say hello that way. So hello, Maria. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Jamie. Jamie, you've been around a long time. Christine, you've been around a long time. Chad, hello, you've been around a long time. Linda said, did you ever find your original Iggy? Oh, that's such a good question. I don't know, I've made a couple videos, but honestly, Iggy disappeared. The original OG Iggy that I gifted my grandfather in '89, and when he passed, that was the only thing that I wanted. And I was doing live videos, because I used to do live videos all the time, and I was shopping at Natural Grocers, and he ninja flipped somewhere. And when I went back to my car and unloaded the groceries, I couldn't find him. So Iggy didn't have the rainbow sides, but I kind of like ninja tricked my beautiful brain that this is the original Iggy. So I don't call him like Iggy 2.0. He's like the OG Iggy. And so I've already faked my system out. I already faked my brain out that he is the original Iggy. But I just told you he's not, but he is. So this is Iggy, and I have a whole bunch of other rad little ninja friends. But once I get my space, it's really, really hard to house hunt. Now I've been approved for HUD-VASH, which I'll have for the rest of my life. I've got my pension for the rest of my life. And now I'm thinking, like, I'm looking around here, I'm like, I'm so grateful that I have those bananas. I'm so grateful that I have a bed, being homeless. And now I'm thinking, I'm so grateful that I have the pension and the HUD-VASH, because I have those for the rest of my life. And now that's like a gazillionaire, just to have just those basic needs met. And I think once these concepts are just broken down, and these systems are broken down and rebuilt to serve all of humanity, I think everyone will feel like kings and queens. I really, really do. There's so much gap. There's just so much gap. So yeah, I mean, for the work that I've put in, if I didn't, decide to be sober and celibate 4 years ago and to stop doing all the craziness that I used to do, I would probably be in a casino right now, probably making, $220,000, but who knows what industry I would have got in. I could have lost it all. Maybe I could have hired 4 or 5 employers. Maybe I was doing good, and then just as of a month ago, I could have lost everything. So all of a sudden, I'm on this high mountain in society thinking I make all of this money, and I might have had a house by then, whatever it is, I could have been married for a 3rd time, and now I have 0. So this social class warfare is got to go. It's got to go. I don't know where I went with that, but yeah, so that's the original. This is Iggy. This is Iggy, because I got a rad mohawk too. And I've got a lot of creative ideas, a lot of different flavors that I haven't shown you all, that stay tuned, because if and when I do get a house, it's really hard to find a house during this pandemic. I've had a bunch of listings where Nigerian princes are trying to rip me off, and they want me to send them like a Western Union rent for first and last month's rent. I'm too, I haven't done that because I see it before it gets to me, and then I've showed up to go do a viewing and nobody shows, and then now all the realtors, and even the VA is shut down on that. So it's really, really hard. Like I've got the golden ticket, but it's hard. So I'm 5th on the list to Ninja Flip Next Door, which is still at the homeless shelter, but it's for veterans only, and you get your own place. So it's like a souped up condo. So when I have my setup, so I would have a room like this that could be a podcast room. I can have a camera here and then maybe a camera out in my backyard. Maybe I have a pool. When I have my setup, y'all, I'm gonna turn the volume all the way to 100, and I'm gonna show you and be open and expose my heart even more, expose my feelings even more, and share with you what I have unlearned and share with you what I have learned. And I'm just gonna showcase my flavors because I feel like I haven't got to connect with you all in a creative way. So stay tuned. Hello, Anne. Hello, Miss Paula Guitar. I love you, Paula. Maybe when I get settled in, we can finish that song. I'm riding my bike, yeah. I'm riding my bike, yeah. I'm riding my bike, oh yeah. I shared your video into the group a couple days ago with the 2 boys. That's a really cool river or lake that you were playing at, and that's pretty cool that you got to play at that lake when you were a kid. That was really, really cool. Hello, Destiny. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Jennifer. Boom, 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 boom. It's just so many comments, and my right arm is burning right now because I gotta hold this phone up all the time. But the main story, y'all, I'm grateful. All of these things that are around me, I'm just like, look at that golden honeydew. Do you know how grateful I am? That's nature's candy. That is like a beautiful melon. It's delicious. They're really hard to get. I have my yoga ball. I have my basketball. All those things that I just showed you. I am beyond thankful for everything that every material thing that I have, I use. You know what I'm saying? I used to have so much stuff. Like I said, I gifted or donated 95% of what I own, and I wasn't even using it. So the things that I have now, and now that I think about it and talk about it, I still have too much stuff, but I use it on a daily or weekly basis. So any material thing, if it is serving me, then I'm going to keep it. If it's stuffed away in a closet or in a storage shed or wherever, if you have stuff that you don't use, even if it's worth $1 billion, go give that $1 billion materialistic thing away, unless it's a keepsake or something in memory or whatever, so another human or 100 million more humans can go use it. If you don't use what is around you, it's taking your energy away. It's zapping your creativity. It's creating stress. It's creating anxiety. Look around you, especially in these times right now. This hasn't happened for 100 years since the Spanish flu, y'all. And so, like, if I could do a video on so much, like an individual thing on so much stuff that, I believe that's happening, like I could literally rap with you guys forever. Just be prepared. Remember when I talked about digital currency and the money and the banking industry and all of that stuff? It's happening now. It's happening right now. And it took an invisible enemy to break down all these concepts that were built for power and control. And it's happening right now. So be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for the human beings around you, family, friends, even your foes, even your haters. Love them too. You don't have to respond to them. You can, when you lay down and you do some breath work, you can just send them a message from your heart and just say, I hope you're happy and healthy. Peace be with you. You can do that too. You don't have to respond to your haters either. So I'm thankful for all of you for giving me this time. I don't know how much time I've been playing on here, but thank you very, very much. Be your best. Do your best. Get healthy. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Be thankful and grateful. As always, keep it raw. Stay rad.